at T2 Tuesday. My name, as usual, is Doc Diamondfire. We got ourselves.
Hey, Doc, shut up for a second.
JGeorge is telling me to shut the fuck up for a second.
You guys, but I don't.
What did I just say about this being
PG? Earlier today, in the back, this boy over here, he tried to shake my hand. You try, hey. So you try to shake my hand. I know you call yourself Sage, and if you're wise enough behind your years, you gotta know something. You gotta earn my respect. So this match, for the first time ever in history of T2T, is now a matter of respect. You know, when it's all said and done, either I'm gonna shake your hand, or I'm gonna make your little dream of being a professional wrestler a living nightmare.
I hope I have permission to speak from JGeorge by now. A very intense individual, some would say delusional. He is taking on Supreme Sage Williams.
First off, there's no mic, brother. And second of all, when you say Sage Williams, put a Supreme in front of it, bitch.
That is Supreme Sage Williams. One of the fresh up-and-comers here from the T2T school. We've seen him in our Battle Royals. We've seen him in some tag matches. This is clearly his biggest test so far as a professional wrestler, taking on JGeorge. Shaq and Adams, could you tell me something? You've been in the ring training with Sage Williams. What can you tell me about the guy?
Well, besides the fact that he and JGeorge just got us demonetized within a minute of this match, Sage Williams is one of the most impressive kids I've seen come in a long time. He's a really fresh face, but he's taking this like a fish to water. Get this, he's the only person I've ever met who says his favorite wrestler is Shane McMahon.
I must have a healthy ego about him if I want to look at that in the most positive manner.
He's definitely a unique cat, but then again, so is JGeorge.
JGeorge is one of the uniquest cats I've ever met, and I do mean that as a compliment, although sometimes it can be a little overbearing. He's a man with a head full of ideas.
JGeorge eternally marches to the beat of his own drum, and there's something to be said for that.
He's looking to eternally beat up Supreme Sage Williams right now. He's got that hammerlock, and he is not letting go.
Hey, don't let JGeorge's eccentricities fool you, all right? He is a bona fide mat wrestler, and he's proving it right now. He's just keeping that kid grounded.
Oh, I see what you mean. Walking on over there. There's a pin combination. Referee only gets a 1 count, but this is early in the match.
For Sage Williams, this is about proving himself against one of the most prolific cats in the independent circuit. For JGeorge, this is just about taking Sage to school.
I think JGeorge is going to be enjoying himself here. It looks like he is so far. It's a nice escape there by Supreme Sage Williams. Up, spinning head scissors. Oh, drop kick a little off mark, but it got JGeorge down. Now Sage Williams with the headlock. And the much meatier JGeorge taking down Supreme Sage Williams.
Oh, what a cartwheel.
JGeorge a little bit of flash there. Whoa, Sage Williams landed on his feet after the hip toss attempt there.
Yep. Sage trying to hard with a hip toss, and here's the cover.
Oh, it's a 2 count there on JGeorge and Supreme Sage Williams.
And so far, Sage Williams is actually going tit for tat with JGeorge in the early going.
It took him a while to get out of that hammerlock.
Yo,
But once he did,
remember when I said Shane McMahon is his favorite wrestler? It looks like he's taking a page out of his book.
I think you're right, Shotgun. Sage Williams, a very prolific high flyer, all the way, all the way about halfway across the ring until he met JGeorge's palm.
There went the money along with some of Sage's teeth, I think.
They probably flew over this way behind the camera.
Good God. Oh.
He went for it a little too early. I think that's mainly what the problem was. And JGeorge now is taking full advantage of the situation.
As he should. Sage is an excitable kid, but he's got to learn to pace himself, because JGeorge will take any opening and start playing his games just like he is right now. That's the last thing you want.
Oh. Time to kick some back.
Oh my God. Sage trying to pull himself up to a vertical base, and JGeorge is just like stalking him at this point. Oh!
I think the fact that Sage was pulling himself up was being taken as an insult by JGeorge.
Could have caved his chest in with that chop.
I think that was the idea.
Oh, man.
I think we're going to see another one.
Oh, my God. No. Oh!
I'm
He just
glad.
beating on Sage's chest like the bottom of a ketchup bottle.
I'm glad I'm sitting over here and I'm not in the ring right now.
Oh, man.
Sage Williams now. Agility gets out of the way.
Sage throwing those knife edges.
Fighting back. As fast as he can throw him. Trying not to give JGeorge an opening, but one opening is all it took for another one of the heavy blows by JGeorge to connect and take down Supreme Sage Williams.
It's the difference between getting hit with some bee stings and getting hit with a baseball bat.
Sage Williams is not staying down. Still. Just keeping those blows coming as fast as he can. Oh, George.
Setting him up.
Looking up.
Is he,
For a
what is he
backslide?
thinking?
No. He's looking for the gory special. Oh, over one shoulder. Oh, that's disgusting. Pending Sage Williams all the way back over his back.
That gory special is going to break Sage's poor back.
Beautiful counter by Sage Williams. JGeorge coming to the outside now. Sage
Never
Williams
count Sage Williams out.
takes down JGeorge. Sage Williams now has his chance. Here comes Sage. Going for the cutter. Oh, gets thrown into the middle. JGeorge lands!
Can I say this? Radiato!
Good night, Sage Williams. Oh, only two. Maybe it wasn't quite deserving of the long O.
Rolling with a crucifix!
Whoa! Shoulders down.
How the hell is Sage still has air in his lungs? Oh.
Insulting by JGeorge, slapping Sage in the face. There's a
my
counter.
God. Oh, that knee.
There's a counter by George. JGeorge.
Oh,
One
good
down.
God.
Into a Falcon Arrow. Grabs that leg. Only two. JGeorge too busy mugging for the camera to make sure the shoulders were down.
How the hell did he get up after that Falcon Arrow?
Supreme Sage Williams isn't licked yet, although I will say he's not getting up quite as fast as he was a couple of minutes ago.
Hey, I'll tell you this much. This kid's
Whoa,
got,
inside cradle! Inside cradle! There's the cover!
this kid's got some crazy heart to him.
JGeorge pulling himself to his feet, so is Sage Williams.
Like he's went. Oh my God, JGeorge is snatched.
JGeorge has Sage Williams in his clutches.
Oh,
Sage pushing JGeorge
JGeorge.
off. Springboard! JGeorge tangling into the ropes.
and Supreme Sage is setting him up.
Flying forearm. Takes JGeorge down again. Comes Sage Williams.
Oh,
Now
God.
we saw a tooth fly out from JGeorge's mouth.
Oh,
Sling Blade takes down JGeorge.
beautiful sling blade. We all knew that Sage was a hell of an athlete. Who the hell thought he could hit like that?
I tell you who thought he could hit like that. Sage thought he could hit like that himself. He's a very confident young man. He just blew a kiss to JGeorge. I think he says this is it. Did this be all? Oh, leg lariat by JGeorge.
Oh, man. Just
you-
stopped him right in his tracks, and JGeorge is setting him up.
You can see Sage Williams writhing in pain, dragging himself up. I think that leg lariat really did the trick. Oh, Sage getting out of the way. JGeorge seems stuck at the top rope. Don't
he's
look
in a tree of
surprised.
woe. Oh, dear God.
Sage is going to go for it again. Sage wants to go coast to coast.
Is he going to catch lightning in a bottle?
Supreme Sage Williams crosses himself, gets ready to go.
We're going to fly Air Supreme.
Boom! Supreme Sage Williams connects. Floats into the
That's
cover.
got to be over.
Two. No. The ref says that was only 2, Shotgun. Only 2.
There's no way.
Listen,
There's no way.
JGeorge didn't get where he is today by getting beat. And JGeorge is determined not to get beat by Sage Williams in Sage's first singles match here in T2T.
This man flew 18 feet across the ring, right into JGeorge's mouth, and JGeorge still kicked out. And with a stun gun on top of that.
Those ropes are unforgiving. JGeorge.
Is he going for the scissors kick?
Scissors kick right to the back of the head. There's the cover, the deep hook of the leg, and there's the victory. JGeorge wins, but an excellent effort by Supreme Sage Williams. I expect to see big things out of this kid in the future.
No lie to you, Sage Williams got nothing to be sorry about, got nothing to be ashamed about. He threw everything, including the kitchen sink at JGeorge. Just wasn't enough tonight.